Hello everyone. Recently there's been a lot of debate about the upcoming student loan forgiveness, so I decided to make this video to answer some of the questions that are being asked and also what are some of the things that you have to do to make sure you're ready for this application if it ever goes live. Question number one is when to apply for the forgiveness. So the application was supposed to go live in early October, but because of the recent lawsuits, the application has been pushed back to October 17. Now, on top of that, there are about 8 million people that will not even have to apply for the forgiveness since IRS already has their information. Question number two is what you need to get ready before the application goes live. So here, the very first thing you need to look at is if you are even eligible for the forgiveness. So in 2020 or 2021, if you made less than $125,000 as a single filer or less than $250,000 as a married joint filer, then you are eligible for the forgiveness. So the next thing you need to look at is how much forgiveness are you eligible for. If you did not have any Pell Grants, then you are eligible for $10,000 of forgiveness. And if you had any Pell Grants while you were an undergrad student, then you are eligible for $20,000 forgiveness. Question number three is how the forgiveness will be applied to different loans. So if you have different loans, then Department of Education will give priority based on the following criteria. Number one is the interest rate. So any student loan that has the highest interest rate will be forgiven first. For example, if you have 3 different loans, then any loan that had the highest interest rate will be forgiven first. And if there's any money remaining, then it will be applied to the other accounts. Number two is subsidized versus unsubsidized loans. If the interest rates for all your student loans are exactly the same, then the next criteria is based on the subsidy level. Any unsubsidized loans will be forgiven first, and then if there is any money remaining, it will be applied to the subsidized one. If the interest rate and the subsidy status for all the loans are exactly the same, then the next criteria is which loan was issued most recently. So any recent loans will be forgiven first. Now, what happens if all 3 of them, meaning interest rate, subsidy status, and the loan disbursement date for all the loans are exactly the same? So in that case, the Department of Education will apply the forgiveness to the loan that has the lowest balance. So let's say you have 2 different student loans. One is for $8,000 and then there's another one for $12,000 and you are eligible for $10,000 forgiveness. In that case, the loan forgiveness will be applied to the loan that is $8,000 and the remaining $2,000 will be applied to the second loan. Once the loan forgiveness has been applied, then your monthly payments will be recalculated and adjusted accordingly. So if before the pandemic, if you are making a payment of $500 on a monthly basis, of course, your principal balance will be lower after the loan forgiveness, so your monthly payments will be adjusted. Question number 4 is, will there be any forgiveness for the graduate student loans? And if yes, how much that forgiveness will be? The answer is yes, graduate student loans do qualify for the forgiveness under the current plan. In terms of the amount, if you qualify for the $10,000 forgiveness, if you did not have any Pell Grants, then that's the amount that will be forgiven. And if you do qualify for $20,000 based on the Pell Grants that you received, then even for graduate students, it will be full forgiveness of $20,000. Now, even if you had some undergrad loans that you fully paid off and your current student loans are only from the graduate program, you could still qualify for the $20,000 forgiveness as long as you had any kind of Pell Grants while you were an undergrad student. That is all from this video. If there are any new developments, I'll make sure to create a new video to give the updates. Also, if and when the application goes live, I will make sure to create another video to show you where the application is and how you can apply for the forgiveness.